Is this right?
Why do you always do this? That's a simple
Because
question.
I could have sworn you said you want to keep it real. So this is Misha Dex.
And this is Keymon
And
Maddox.
he started off talking junk already. Let me tell you why we just already starting in full conversation. Because if y'all watched episode one, this man said he want the realness. So let me tell you what he just did. He asked me if I like the way I look right now.
But also that's because you was complaining about the lighting and all that stuff. You're gorge. You're gorge. My
What?
peeps. You gorge.
Say it again.
Oh
Let me see. Let
man.
me say it with genuinity.
You gorge.
You
You
go.
gorge. You gorge. Oh man. Can you get
Man,
serious?
this
Can
is
you get
crazy.
serious? Oh man. So how you
Week
feeling?
5.
Well, is it week 5?
Yeah, this is episode 5, yo. The consistency is real for us. I'm proud of you.
How how are you feeling overall? Because obviously we gave our statement on why be negative. Episode one. Has your vision changed? Has your like expectations changed? Like what have you noticed in these last 5 weeks?
Um, my anxiety has gone down. I feel like I had anxiety about whether or not we were really going to like deep dive into what's going on in our lives, right? And we have. And like the feedback has been so dope. Like I had one friend call me, well, text me while I was working. And I was in a meeting, of course, and she was like, it's not important. I mean, it's not an emergency, but just call me when you get a chance. And she was like, just really quick, I just want you to know I'm just so proud of you. And I was like, oh wow, and so I talked to her later and she was just like, it's the fact that and I always said I'm gonna say my friend's name because remember, this is my love letter to my friendships. My friend Stephanie, she was just like, I'm so proud of you because you literally just did it.
Mhm.
Like I've been telling you I'm going to start my podcast and I didn't even know you were going to do one and I said to be honest I didn't know I was going to do one either. This was my Christmas gift to him because this is what you wanted and one thing I will say you don't ask much and
Mhm.
so when you asked of this it was like you got it.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So anyway, there's a lot that's changed in a good way like the feedback I'm looking forward every time to somebody just saying something. I know it's just a matter of time for people to take time to do it. Also, I forwarded last week's to Eric, and he had already listened to it on his way to work. So, like, those little jewels are pretty dope to like see the different comments or the text messages. So I feel good. How about you? How are you feeling about 5 weeks in? You cried on episode 3.
I did. I
And
did.
I still back you on how much I appreciate you for being very open like that.
Um, I think it's surreal. I think for me, I don't think the expectations change or the reasoning behind what we're doing has changed. I think we're in a time right now where this matters. Like these conversations, this platform, us, your people, like all this matters. And so I'm just I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that, because at the end of the day, as much as sometimes you like, oh, I just want to thank you for being consistent. Like sometimes you just like, man, I don't want to hop on. Like you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah, because life.
with sing, yeah, exactly. Like baby girl has been sick these last few days. It's been crazy over here. Um, but but I can truly and honestly say that I'm having fun,
Good.
and I'm having fun. Um, I got my first text but from my boy yesterday, and he was like, "Man, I listened to episode 4. It's dope." Da, da, da. So those small gems, but outside of you receiving any text or whatever the case may be, I'm just really hoping that people understand like this is real.
Yeah.
Like this is true. This is our truth. This
No
is
script, no
no script, anything.
conversation.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's where I'm at with it. But to switch gears, let's take a moment and just do I guess a 3 minute mind body soul check in.
Okay.
because I feel like you have so much going on, great things going on,
Like,
and then on the other side of it, you have the world, and
I didn't know who was
it's
doing this.
madness. Of course you did. It's
Right.
unscripted.
No, no. I think it's easy to play safe, right? When you are a person that's one an empath like myself, right? So I feel everything, I feel everybody, and I also have to let me take a step back. Since I've been in therapy consistently for the last few months, I realized that I have really been in survival mode. And I didn't know how deep I was in survival mode, Kimon. I'm gonna tell you something. I got a phone call a couple of weeks ago that was someone's core memory of me, and I do not remember it. This is a story that was so embedded in this person's core memory, like this positive, dope memory of me, and I don't remember it. And I realized that I have been in survival mode so much that I just be trying to survive the day that I don't even realize whether I'm impacting others or if they're impacting me. I'm just trying to get out of the day so
Mm,
that I could be one step closer to healing and further away from whatever trauma.
mm,
So what I'm saying that to say, with the way that the world is going right now and the things that are happening, the people that are being impacted, I can no longer play safe. I
mm,
can no longer act like the people that I love are possibly in danger in so many ways, right? Even down to the fact that I had a conversation that I'm not really proud to talk about, but I have no choice but to be honest, because this is what you asked of me. And the conversation was about how history is being removed, Black history is being
mm,
removed. And a friend made a comment about, well, I'm not really into history. I said, do you realize that when you allow people to remove your history, they mean they're removing your rights?
mm.
And it sparked such a fury in me that I have not come down from that conversation because I felt like you, people are too happy, too comfortable in their comfort.
Yeah,
Long as it's
yeah,
not impacting them,
yeah,
they can maneuver way better in that than stepping out your comfort and standing for
yeah.
something.
And so I feel like I'm guilty of being placed in my comfort, and not because I feel like afraid to be uncomfortable, but just ain't got it to pour.
But keep in mind, can I say this?
Yes, you can.
If you're gonna be uncomfortable, either way, right? The
Yeah,
discomfort gonna kick in at some point.
yeah, yeah,
Why not be uncomfortable in knowing you stood for something than
mm,
just be laxed in it? Like
yeah,
and I think that what's happening is there's a lot of like even right now, we still skating around what we're talking
yeah,
about, right?
yeah, yeah.
But there's so many things that I don't feel like a lot of us realize is going to impact us.
Mm,
And then
so it happens.
you know
Yeah,
that Mexican Americans or Mexicans are not the only ones being deported, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
know that that's
yeah,
not, but that's the face of
yeah,
immigrants, right?
yeah,
It's being put out there. That's the agenda
yeah.
of the oh, I'm watching my words here, but that's the face. And I feel like it's safer to put a face to things than to face who you are,
Mm,
right?
nah, yeah, no, I hear you, and that's why I think asking that question was important because for me, if I'm breaking it down in mind, body, and soul, mind is just kind of all over the place because I can't believe like what we're seeing and what's happening, right? Like from the fires to the
Plane crashes.
the plane crashes to another storm coming in next, supposedly overnight, and I think Texas through Kansas or something like that. And
Even
it's
here,
just like
even
it,
with me
and
out of town right now. This coming here.
it's just one of them things where my mind is so like, damn, like when is it gonna stop? But the soul of like the inner feels like through this madness, because I feel like evil is promoted, right? Like you turn on the TV, it's this
Can
that
I say
like it.
something else? I don't think it's promoted. It's unveiled.
Yeah,
It's been there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This didn't happen overnight.
yeah,
This wasn't like a, oh, oh, I have this idea. Let's go deport.
yeah,
No, this
yeah,
was an agenda that
yeah,
the veil has been lifted.
yeah.
And I don't even want to cut you off, but I started off by talking about discomfort, right?
Hmm.
So like I had a knee injury last year that I'm still like kind of like recovering through. But I went on a
Because
freaking
you,
hike. Shut up. I wasn't dancing. You just gotta make some black people can't never take that serious. But no, like I went away, this past week and I went on this hike and I learned something about myself
what did
that
you learn?
I tell myself I can't before I fully try.
Uh, uh,
And I took this amazing hike. And before I knew it, every day I closed all my exercise rings and things on my watch and I was walking longer distances and all I was thinking of is how privileged I am to do that.
mm,
I was
yeah,
able to take that hike. I was able to walk on black sand. I was able to do all these things, but there was some things that I did face. I did face some racist responses to my presence.
yeah,
Out of the 5 days I was gone, um, I didn't see no black people the first 3 days.
mm,
And I went to one bar and this older white male, we almost collided when he was walking by. And I was so irritated with the fact that my presence was an irritant. You're about to laugh. I'm gonna tell you now. We almost bumped, and he was like, "Oh!" I said, "Ooga booga booga," because I was like, "What is so wrong with me being here?" And
yeah,
I thought about, I bet my ancestors is probably laughing.
yeah,
Like, I wish we could
yeah,
have got away with that. But
yeah,
anyway, back to the discomfort. I felt comfortable being uncomfortable, knowing I had the privilege to do so.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
didn't have
that's
to worry about anything else.
that's what it comes down to. I think the big self awareness piece of it, right? Um, because I had talks with myself, like there's some type of disconnect because um my my feelings are so one sided. Like, be honest, like
It's fair.
and it's not even to say like red or blue, whatever the case may be. But I just don't rock with un people who does not show sympathy, compassion for anyone. Like I can't rock with it.
Yeah.
And I don't. Money is not all it for me, and I know some people were persuaded by that or whatever the case may
But
be.
what if you
But
don't even have the rights to spend it?
it, yeah,
We
yeah,
can unpack this on so many levels. And I just first of all, look, another first of all, the
it's
fact
like
that
the
me and you have
first of all.
never, right, the fourth non first of all, the fact that me and you never, we've ne not just me and you. I've played it safe with so many friends because I'm afraid of what they're thinking, but I think the most afraid part is not knowing what they're thinking.
Yeah, yeah,
And the fact that we're
yeah,
unpacking this for the first time in our
yeah.
entire friendship is so beautiful to me. And I feel like so emotional because I feel like we just unlocked another level to our siblingship, our friendship. You know what I mean?
And it feels like you have. It feels like you were walking into this with a heavy heart on something. I couldn't pinpoint it, but no good or bad to it, but just a heavy
Iman,
heart.
can I just tell you, every conversation that I've allowed myself to have this week. And the reason why I say allowed is because I haven't even wanted to talk to people. I
Yeah.
have literally told Daisy, my cousin Tiffany, my friend Michelle, Trinisha, I've been telling them for the last few days, I'm angry.
Mm.
I am so quick to snap right now. And
Mm,
I don't know this side of me
yeah, yeah,
because I've seen some of the comments and some of the ignorant statements that I can't believe people are okay with themselves saying. And then I'm like, waiting till the example is you. Like, real quick,
yeah.
real quick story. Me and Daisy watched this little clip about these young kids in court who parents have been deported. They had no legal representation. It was just them in a courtroom, and Daisy broke down crying.
Mm,
And I didn't know how to console my friend because I'm always the jokester.
yeah.
So let me tell you how the jokester kicked in. I seen a video. It was a person being deported, but on the back of their shirt, it says Latinos for Trump.
Mm,
Me and Daisy looked at each other, was like,
yeah, yeah,
it's sad that you find it comedy and hurts
yeah,
emotions in the
yeah.
same subject. I'm gonna be quiet after that. I just need to
No,
say
no, no.
I'm just in this space, and you said
I hear you because I'm just recently moved from the inner city part of LA where you just consider everyone's part of
the
blue
community.
to the outskirts, and I have not seen so many American flags here. American flags, and part of it because it's a military town as well. But uh,
But you know the
the
underlying statement is
yeah,
like,
yeah. So, but here's the kicker though. So when we first moved in, the corner house has a Trump flag. And so right away I'm like, ooh, like damn, I'm gonna have to battle these people, right? I'm gonna have to battle these people. I met the guy for the first time a couple of weeks ago because they invited us over for football.
mm,
And cool, cool as heck. Cool, 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 cool. No, didn't feel any type of energy, no way. And then 2 days, this past weekend, I went over because he's an Eagles fan, and I was like, congrats or whatever. But then I started to hear his reasoning behind having the flag. One, not from here. Two, military.
can I just fade to the back?
But here's where I'm going with this.
Mm,
As much as I still don't understand, he still has the right to feel. And the better I know his story, now
yeah.
I look at it in a sense of like, oh, I get it. And so I think that's going to be the challenge for me is leaning in and understanding and trying to understand and get the story on why.
Right. No, there's this saying that we've heard since we were kids. If everybody thought the same, felt the same, walked the
Yeah.
same, we'll be in a boring place. There's a reason I wear a brooch every day, right? It's a conversation piece. It's a
Mm,
conversation piece with strangers. The population I work with, young people, right? Like they're like, "Oh, well, what's that?"
should I get me one?
So begging ass. But
I
it's
said, should I get me one? I didn't say
no,
buy me one.
no,
Should I get
it's
me?
I know what that meant. I
Uh,
know Keymon lingo. That's what, can I get one too? Matter of fact, I'm gonna get you one. It's gonna say my name.
no. Okay.
No,
Keep
but like
moving.
it's a conversation piece because it starts conversations that you wouldn't have had the opportunity to have
Yeah,
with
for
people,
sure.
right? So I think it's very brave of you, and I think it's dope that you're not just see, I don't think neither one of us are walking around projecting our idea of what the people should be doing, right?
Yeah.
It's always understanding. Like
Mm,
understanding. And like you said, you don't like to be around people that's not compassionate or empathetic about other
yeah.
people. And you're walking in that same space that you uplift. So it's I know people that are supporters and I know people that aren't supporters, but I had a challenging conversation with somebody I really respect that's not a Trump supporter, but he does believe in stock and how the Tesla stock is. And so anyway, I was advised to take my stock that I have and invest it in Tesla because of what it's
And
going to
shit,
do.
these groceries about to blow that stock. You about to have to cash in it and go buy some eggs.
I'm about to cash in my eggs. Somebody that
Yeah.
wants some eggs for babies at this point.
No, I don't
This
need them type of eggs.
no, but
But
like it's stupid. No, you never
shit,
know. They might want them eggs too.
I ain't gonna even hold you. The last time we found out, Super Bowl, Kansas City and the Eagles was playing each other. That was the time we found out we was pregnant. So I was like, I was like, eh.
Yeah,
But we've taken safe precautions this
I'm
time.
glad that's
So.
we as in you and her and not we, me and mine. Okay.
No, not at all. But I just thought about that. I was like, God
No,
damn
but
it,
like
like,
it was a conflict for me because I have really taken serious the advice I've been given about stock from him,
mhm.
right? Well respected, like a father figure to me. Um,
How much do
but
we have to
after,
put in?
huh?
How much do we have?
A dollar plus. It's a dollar plus some dollars, okay? But it wasn't until I seen that fool do the
Oh yeah.
I said, so
Now,
listen about that investment. I don't care how big or small, I
yeah,
can't do it. My ancestors will not be proud of me.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm
yeah, and
just
that's
gonna
why
have to
people
miss
like,
that.
oh, you don't want to test? No, I'm good. I'm good. I can't rock with you. I can't
What
do
would
it.
your ancestors say?
I can't do it. I can't do it. And yeah,
It's a
yeah,
lot to unpack. I know
yeah,
we ain't gonna be able to do this in 30 minutes.
yeah. No, for sure.
We ain't
I
gonna
didn't
even
even
have
know
30
this was
years to do
going.
it.
I didn't even know this was going to go that way. To be honest with
I
you.
think we've played it safe for 2 good weeks.
Mm,
Let's be real.
yeah,
Maybe longer. We played it safe. We knew it
yeah.
was coming. Again, I think at this point in time, we cannot afford to ignore
Mm.
or like blanket
Service level.
conversations.
Yeah,
I need to know who I'm having
yeah,
dinner with now. I
yeah,
need to know who I'm sharing life goals with.
yeah,
I need to know who's surrounding me and who's pouring into me and where it's coming from. Because at
yeah.
this point, I'm just like,
You a DI friend.
you see, I flew out the camera. I'm gonna just,
Oh,
I'm gonna just.
oh man, no, that's just
Again, it's again, the saying is black people can't take nothing serious, so we're gonna find some humor
uh,
in this discomfort.
oh
It's
man.
very uncomfortable.
So when you hear the words attract and chase, what is that? What is that like? Where does that go for you?
Attract and chase. In what context? You mean in like life
In
goals?
terms of just life in general, you can throw in being intentional, personality with it.
It's so many angles I can go with that, right? So I guess to go with life goals. No, you know what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with the intentionality. Like I think that's always my biggest thing is always having a great intentions. Like I attracting the things that will make me grow,
Mm,
right? Attracting the healing, attracting myself, finding me attractive. And I'm not talking about like just physical, like the way that I think. I'm so proud of the fact that I'm not leaning on anyone's other understanding of life or anything. I'm really using my own shit that God has blessed me with and to
you
be
sound
a
so
sound
grown
mind.
right now. Who
Man,
are you?
listen, because baby is transitioning and not through death. I'm talking, well, shed. I'm shedding some shit for
Shut
sure.
it. I hear
But
you. I hear
Chase,
you.
I am not.
Yeah. Uh,
I,
and
I,
no, sorry to cut you off, but I feel like, and I used to preach that a lot. I feel like when you chase, you land in some shit that you don't want to be in, and versus attracting and being intentional. There's always I feel like a fine lesson in that moment, even if it doesn't work out the way you want it
Mm,
wanted it to work out or was expecting it to work out.
yeah.
But I think lately I've been playing with those words for that phrase, the difference, and also positioning, like positioning myself um, to bring in and attract what I deserve and what I desire, right? And so yeah, that's kind of why I asked that question because I was
But
kind of
also, when you think about chase, I don't want to be chased in the sense of like, I
it's
don't want,
cardio.
shut up. I'm not, full attraction could be a cardio too, because I could be looking real attractive going up that hill. You know, baby got a body. No,
Oh
but
man,
I'm thinking about like when you think about intention, like I don't want to be chased with bad credit. I don't want to be
yeah,
chased with bad juju or ex relationships that keep trying to spin the block.
yeah,
I don't want no chase like that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so right now I'm out of town because I'm doing a training for trainers, right? I'm teaching young people how to facilitate and stuff. And I told them the best advice I can give them as an expert facilitator is that it's not about being perfect. It's about
Mm,
being prepared
mm,
because you could be the perfect anything. But if you're not prepared
fair,
for
yeah.
the uncertainties,
Mm,
I can apply that to everything. I could be the perfect friend. I could be the perfect daughter. But if I'm not prepared for the adversities that come with being the perfect friend or the perfect daughter, it don't matter how perfect I am, I will crumble.
yeah,
So when I think about attract and chase, I rather that attraction there and ain't no chasing because once you get there and you realize it wasn't what you thought it was, whatever you chasing, you're gonna have to go back to attracting
yeah,
something new.
yeah,
And you're gonna have to retract.
yeah. And I almost feel like it's shortcoming as well, right? It's going to be short lived in that moment, because shit, Jason got me in jail for a day. Put me in jail for a day.
Hey,
Like,
chasing got
yeah, don't want
it's
to do
gonna
that
get
no
you.
more.
It's gonna get you in
Uh,
a lot of places. It's gonna get you out of breath. It's gonna get you to
yeah,
miss the scene because you're too busy chasing it. You can't even witness what's going on around you. You
yeah.
know, so again, when you said chase, it started making me unpack
Nah, I hear you. I hear
so
you.
many different things because man, it's we have a lot of work to do within ourselves. But for those that have families, like you have babies, right? And so with the way of the world, I don't know if you can afford for your black daughters to grow up with a father with not a safe opinion of them, without a safe idea. Last week we talked about the bigger picture and you being the cameraman. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
What kind of cameraman are you to take a picture for them to reflect on? It ain't shit for them to reflect on.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Just for the sake of saying you was there to take the picture.
It's a whole nother level, and it's and whole nother level with this level of thinking. Like, whoa,
I'm sorry. It's the fact that you called me out. I didn't even realize that my, I don't even know what to call it. My truth of how I'm feeling this week is like showing up on me. Like I really didn't know it was that obvious. I'm in heavy thought.
I was just trying to. I didn't know either, but I'm glad I asked. You
Yeah.
probably need to go visit the winery, the wine.
Here you go. Here you go. Plugging in your.
I'm always gonna plug in,
No,
plug
that's good
in.
because we know I'm trying to get our frames the model.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
Well, I know
Okiesi,
we
Okiesi,
covered right. Say it again.
Okiesi shades. Don't yell at me if I butchered the name, but I think that said it right.
Oh well, you get cussed out, and I hope he cuss you out in the comments for everybody to see.
Nah, he won't do that. He won't do that. I got too much dirt on him.
That's sad. I can't believe you said that on camera, and that's going. That's I'm not editing nothing. Nah, I just
Oh
want to
man.
say I know our time is like coming to an end tonight, but the good thing about coming to an end is that there's always new beginnings, right?
Mm,
So although we're about to wrap up this episode, what is a hopeful beginning, whether it's for tomorrow, next week, we got a new month coming, Black History Month. Give me a strong, good beginning you are looking forward to in the next whatever time frame.
Adding a licensed therapist to the well. I had my intake this week. We're supposed to meet tomorrow for the first time, um, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm I'm really trying to figure out if it's a difference um, from the circles and the friendships that I have created that have contribute to this growth. That those are my flaws. Like I wonder how big of a difference is it, or it's just the added on addition to it. So I think when you ask that, that's the biggest thing for me.
Got it.
What about you? Because I know
My
you
health
think it.
journey. My
Mm,
health journey. Like I've done this hiking. I've like been proactive at being more active, right? And making that time. I got multiple like devices and stuff like my walking pad, my Peloton. Oh shoot, I shouldn't even said that. They're gonna think I'm one of those people. No, just, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me owning space for myself. And like we started off, the first episode, what was my word of the year? And it's me, and it's consistently gonna be me. Like I'm really sticking to me, and I'm happy you even acknowledge the way this conversation is going. It's really I'm proud of me. And I
mm.
don't think I've said that enough. And I'm not gonna cry because I just can't do it.
See, I'm
Not
a
today.
gangster. I can't cry. I can't
Not
cry.
today. No, I'm just proud of me. I'm proud of me for following through with this project, us pushing each other. These are all beginnings,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
Eh,
we're 95 away from our 100th episode. And
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
keep reminding
yeah,
us.
yeah. Yeah. That was the
So,
beauty of
oh,
yeah, 100. That's the goal. A
so yeah,
100.
those are the beginnings of I've never seen me a certain size. And it's not about size and like vanity, right? I've never seen that. And I want to challenge myself to get there.
Mm. And again though, you speak about the equipment that you have at home, but that's about positioning yourself into being better, being great, accomplishing those goals is you have to put it in front of you in order to make it happen. So
Or take a
definitely
hike.
be or definitely or but
Yeah.
I keep saying yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. And I think you're gonna make it be. I don't know if you're like me, but every time I put something out, like on Instagram or Facebook, it's like almost like I'm holding myself accountable because
Oh, for
I
sure.
didn't
And they
said it
watching.
exactly,
Even
exactly,
exes.
exactly. We about to end. We about to
Oh,
end.
oh, wait. I thought we was being, why be negative? I thought this was the point. You said you wanted some truth.
That's a whole
I
nother
got
day.
exes watching me too.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you do. They want that get back. Wow. All
Am I
right.
still
So I got
gorgeous?
one
Am I
question
still
for you.
gorgeous? Am I still
I
gorgeous?
got one question for you.
Why?
Why be negative?
You was a smidget off, but you know what? We gonna work with
Whatever,
that.
whatever, whatever.